Good morning, y'all. It is day 135, and I'm leaving Rutland. Stayed at the Yellow Deli hostel last night. Interesting place. They have like 40 bunks, and there were, I don't know, probably 25 hikers there total. So pretty busy. Interesting group. They are considered the 12 Tribes community, so they have some very interesting theological differences than I do. They didn't really evangelize or anything, and they're nice people. And they do have a great deli, but it was closed yesterday because they consider the Saturday to be the Sabbath. So we didn't get to have the good food, but it's donation only, and of course we paid them, and we, got a bunk and laundry and shower. So good place. Just if you stay more than a day, they tend to kind of start proselytizing and things like that. So anyway, nice people, interesting group, just a little different than I am. Going up got several ups and downs, no big climbs like Killington yesterday. I'm going up to a place called the Lookout Hostel, I think is what it's called. It's actually a privately owned little shelter on private land, but it's open. There's no water, there's no privy, but it's open to hikers, and there's bunks in there, and people rave about it. So it's 17 miles. That's what we're shooting for today. It's just Rocket Man and I. Nobody else was actually on the bus this morning coming out of Rutland to the trailhead, so I don't know if they're delayed or taking zeros today or what, but maybe we're just early birds. It was a 7:15 bus. Anyway, it's Sunday. And time for a little retrospective analysis. Always grateful for my family. They're all doing well. Talk to my mom and kids. Talk to my wife every day. She's doing a great job with the new house and painting and new flooring and all that good stuff. So she's become a general contractor. But I'm holding up pretty well. I swore I was going to not go as long without zeros, but Rocket Man kind of came, we got together and came up with a plan to finish this thing out to Maine. So we're pushing on, and we're not going to take a zero till in 3 days from now, which will be about, I think around 12 days without taking a break. But yeah, we'll do that in Hanover, New Hampshire. So we're going to get through Vermont. And we're just doing basically 15 to 17s. So not a huge wear and tear on the body. The only thing that's really giving me any trouble is my feet. And it's just because of all these roots in Vermont. They are just gnarly. But some mud for obviously all the rain. And I'm grateful that the rain came. It filled up all the creeks. We had plenty of water, but I'm grateful for sunny days too, so I'm glad the rain has held off again today. And just grateful for all the trail magic. I mean, Sir Stops a lot, Heath, Steve, Bacon Wrap, Papa Bear. We've had a lot of different people out there coming out to the roads and parking lots and setting up and feeding all the hikers or giving them cold drinks. It's been great, so I'm really grateful for that. And again, just the only thing that's giving me trouble is just my feet, and it's just because of the roots, but not enough to keep me from walking or anything. So, yeah, that's about it. Daily wrap-up, mentally doing fine. I've enjoyed hiking with Rocket Man. We have a lot of common interest, and I'm grateful for him, and just us working together and setting up this itinerary to finish this bad boy up. So that's the Sunday wrap up. Let's get going. A couple of weeks ago, I explained how these stone walls came to exist in the middle of the woods. The other part of the story is that Spain had actually developed and bred the merino sheep. And in the early 1800s, during the Napoleonic Wars, Napoleon invaded Spain and seized their enormous estates, which included these prized merino sheep. In the confusion, the American consul or ambassador to Portugal was able to snag about 350 of these sheep. He was William Jarvis, and he retired in 1810 and brought 200 of those sheep back to his farm here in Vermont. The merino sheep were created for the quality of fine wool, which hung in heavy folds from their shoulders and their chest, kind of like chow mein pei dogs. Vermont's treeless hills from deforestation allowed for large pastures, and the sheep's cleft lip allowed them to graze on just about anything that grew. The industry expanded and thrived. Textile mills were popping up along the rivers, and woolen clothes were in high demand, especially in East Coast cities like Boston and New York. By 1837, there were over 1 million sheep in Vermont. This at the time was called sheep fever, but it soon crashed with changes in tariff laws, and wool prices dropped from 57 cents per pound in 1835 to 25 cents per pound in late 1840s. Soon, new canals and roads and the railroad opened up the western lands with much wider spaces and corn and oats to shift the industry away from Vermont. As sheep farming became less lucrative, farmers turned to dairy farming, including butter, cheese, and ice cream. It now generates $2.2 billion in the state and employs about 7,000 people. And Cabot cheese and Ben & Jerry's ice cream are just two of the claims to fame here in Vermont. And now you know the rest of the story. Hey y'all, so day 135 is coming to an end, and Made it here to the Lookout Cabin / hostel. It's privately owned. It's only 0.1 miles off the trail. But you can stay here for free, and boy, the roof has an incredible view, or the best views of the day really are right here. Saw Thundering Falls, that nice rock waterfall slide area today. That was really pretty. But really no other views to speak of. It was a lot of hard ascents today. There were 2 or 3 really steep, hard ones that seemed to last for, at least a mile or so. And then a lot of small ones as well. But beautiful day, good weather, wasn't that hot. It didn't rain, so that's a good thing. Yeah, that was kind of the day. It took a long time. Usually pretty good about making 2 miles an hour, but that did not happen today. We did a little over 17 miles and did it in about 10 hours. So yeah, it was tough going. The cabin here where we're staying doesn't have a privy or water, so in addition, we had to carry our water uphill about 2 miles, so that made end of the day just that much more difficult going uphill, carrying, 3 or 4 liters of water. But nice place, and like I said, the best views of the day are right here. So we had dinner, and that's about it. No trail magic today. We were hoping we might catch some people on a Sunday afternoon, but that did not happen. So day's coming to an end, and tomorrow, a shorter day. It's only, I think, 14.9 miles tomorrow to the next shelter. And then the following day, we'll make it into Hanover, New Hampshire. You can actually see what looked to be some of the mountains in New Hampshire way off in the distance from the roof here. They look to be about 30 or 40 miles away, and it's 29 and a half to the New Hampshire border. So that's probably what we're looking at. And that's about it. So thanks again, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.